We are pleased to report that we continue to engage with our stakeholders through the engagement and communication platform, where our stakeholders were updated about developmental and service delivery information. As a municipality, we were happy to engage our communities and key stakeholders during the IDP development and consultation process, where developmental issues were further discussed and inputs were collected. I am pleased to report that the external audit was successfully conducted through Pricewaterhouse audit and with an unqualified audit opinion. It gives me a great pleasure to report that the municipality managed to complete the planned infrastructure development program, which touched numerous city constituencies. With our city being the oldest, we are cognizant that our road infrastructure is quite old and we have high infrastructure backlog which affects our stakeholder. However, through our soon to be launched 2030 strategy of the IDP, the Integrated Development Plan Strategy of 2030, we commit to addressing the infrastructure backlog and further introduce modern methods of service delivery solutions. We are grateful to the private sector companies and service providers who partnered with the municipality to develop the city and deliver services to our communities. In closing, I would like to thank the Ingonyama, His Majesty King Mswati III, and his government, and the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, MHUD, for the relentless support and guidance on our mandate to improve the quality of life of the Manzini communities. May I also thank you all for taking your time to attend to this important meeting, and further wishes you a fruitful deliberations of the 2023 Annual Performance Report. I thank you. Thank you, Program Director. I believe we are a city of great hope, a city that is moving towards to be a metro city, whereby we are going to be one of the first cities in the land to be a metro. And that would allow us to deliver the services that we are talking about. There is an active engagement going on currently that we move into that direction, that will put us in a pivotal state whereby even the issues of revenue collection could be equally shared as a city of Manzini. As of now, the backlog that we have on the report is because of revenue. Would love to do great. Our CEO and the ESCO and management, they're bringing innovative solutions, driven city to deliver my services. Gwanyalo, sisayicela ukuthi ema-stakeholders asibambise in the move to be metro so that i-revenue collection yethu itobonakala. Angikunike isithombe lesincane. Newushayisa imoto la delobheni le-robot lakaManzini, uyahlawulisa uboshwe. Le nhlawulo loyibhadalako uyayithatha uhulumende lomkhulu, ihambe ngale. Asale emanzini kudinga ukuthi awulungise lelo robot. Le revenue yonke ihambile kuhulumende lomdzala. Sitacela ukuthi sibambisane kuleti nkulumo leto. Dinhle na CEO wethu usibambisa ngendlela esetulu. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much, Your Worship, for such wonderful remarks. We really appreciate you, Gakulu Mhlonishwa. May we give him another round of applause, Begnene. Dear stakeholders, we are really mindful of time. We should have started, according to the program, at 8 a.m., but we ended up starting, I think, 30 minutes late. But I'd like to assure you that we are going to wrap up this meeting within 2 hours. Without a waste of time, may I please invite the CEO to the podium. The CEO is going to give us our performance in the financial year 2023-2024. May we please welcome the CEO with a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Program Director, Manzini Regional Administrator, Honorable Members of Parliament for Manzini North and Manzini South Inkundla, representatives of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, our Undersecretary, Chairman and Mayor of the Municipality of the Manzini Town Council, Manzini Deputy Mayor and our Honorable Councillors, Chairpersons of Ratepayers Association, representatives of Ward Development Committees, members of management, CEOs from different organizations that are present, representatives of various stakeholders present, members of our media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Ngicela kunivusela ngibonge ukuthi nikhona namuhla. Thank you for being here and thank you for your time. My assignment today is just to give you a presentation of our performance for the year 2023-2024. Once I finish, I'll have the Director of Finance who will then come through to present the financials for the said year. I'll try to be fast and to the point, not to delay you. Our outline for the presentation, first I'll talk about our strategic intent as a municipality. Then I will present our annual performance report overview, after which the Director of Finance will present the annual financial statements. Our strategic intent, the municipality is guided by a 5-year IDP, Integrated Development Plan, and it was Beisuga from 2019 to 2024. I should state that we've since put together a new one, which is from 2024 to 2030. The framework was developed through public participation approach, and all our planning has been aligned to all the strategic objectives that came out of that strategy. Our vision for the year that we're discussing was to be a vibrant African city that innovatively provides quality services and economic opportunity for its stakeholders. I do hope we have delivered on that front. Our mission is to provide quality municipal services that add value to all our customers through good governance, partnering with relevant. The strategy had thematic areas, and these were institutional capacity development and growth, strategic stakeholder management, urban planning and sustainable human settlements, and sustainable environmental management, integrated economic development, integrated infrastructure development. I should say for the 5 years, this is what we've been working on. So what I'll present to you, I'll present the highlights of the 5-year journey. From the strategic and policy environment, what was key was that we develop internal controls in an effort to ensure effective and efficient systems of risk management and internal controls. The municipality coordinated controls are in place. We coordinated an induction for councillors for the organizations, and they were inducted on internal audit and risk management processes, because these are key. We also put together an enterprise risk management for the period to ensure that our enterprise risks, strategic risks, operational risks are taken care of. Internal audits were also held through the risk-based approach. The municipality facilitated for 3 internal audit cycles during the said year. Strategy and policy. We have what we call a local government administration assessment. So here, through the ministry, there's a set of local government administration good practices. The municipality underwent the local government assessment through a criteria, a framework. What was being looked at during this assessment was administration efficiency, Westbugi governance. We looked at procurement. We also looked as a framework, project execution, which was conducted every year. This assessment assessed, whereby the leadership of the municipality, which is the councillors and the CEO and ESCO, assessed on a set of governance key performance criteria annually. Both assessments were being finalized at the end of the reporting period. Corporate governance training was also held in an endeavor to empower the municipality leadership and employees with an aim to enable sound decision-making, legal and code of good governance compliance. We facilitated for 4 corporate governance trainings in the year. We are big on customer experience. We want our stakeholders to have a very good experience in terms of customer. So we have a customer relationship management sector within our space. Here, I should state that it's categorized in quite a number. There's information dissemination. The municipality conducted and it consistently disseminates information through Manzini news, through social media, through Facebook. We try very hard. In the year we had 24 newspaper articles and we had quite a number of social media platforms appearances. We are on 5 platforms. So please check us out, please follow us. So that you are informed and you give us feedback as to how we perform. We also, in partnership with the Ministry of Housing, we have Demadoloba, Radio, and we've had 8 radio stations which were facilitated. I hope you listened, and if you didn't, you were not part and you are here, we can share the recordings to you on different and various topics of the municipality. We also had a stakeholder budget consultation. Here we ensure that before we go sit down and put down the budget, we get your views as our stakeholders as what do you want to see in the budget. We also have a customer feedback management program whereby the municipality managed to receive in the year 1,085 service requests through our 24-hour call center, social media platforms, mail correspondence, and 68% of our customer requests were actioned. So we couldn't action the 100, but we actioned 68%. So in 2023, we had a customer week, service week, which we facilitated, and we had a very nice sensitization of our employees and ensuring that we continue to have service excellence in our space. It should be reported that in 2023, we did participate in the Eswatini Customer Service Awards. And Manzini we became the local authority of the year in terms of customer service awards. So this is still, with regards to, still on strategy. In the year we had a Manzini City Mayoral Bible Society soccer tournament. It was a very successful tournament whereby we had partnered with Bible Society. The event purpose was aimed at enhancing community building, social bonding, and networking through sports, because you network better as you play. The impact of the event was that we had 78 SMEs benefiting, and 30 children from Mangwaneni and Murray Camp were also player escorts, which means we were able to partner with our vulnerable in the city and also get the teams and the positioning of the city with regards to football recognized. It was a very good event, and we thank Bible Society for partnering with us. So this is the pictures of the Mayor's Cup. It was quite an exciting one. So with regards to local economic development, we have what we call, we want people of Sunaban Pagamanzin go to benefit from economy yakamanzini. So we've become intentional implementing. So if any of you stakeholders have interest or want to partner with us in this one, please do come through. So in the year, we had a women business support program. The municipality continued to provide business support for Kwakatela women. Our women are putting together a compost, and they were able to put together 1,500 kilograms of compost and 106 liters of liquid fertilizer. So Lena basapotwa municipality, and we've managed to get Bomage women that were not working, who are now active in the agricultural sector through this. The municipality capacity buildings and trainings for different initiatives, so that we are able to expose our business people, our SMEs, into business. We also, this year, we developed what we call the Fairview Mixed Use Commercial Center. Through a PPP concept, the municipality entered into a business partnership with the private, a special purpose vehicle, like FIMAC, and we've constructed a shopping center together with the private sector, Fairview. The project is expected to be complete by the year end of 2024-2025. So this year, we're expecting to operationalize this center. So as a municipality, we are now a shareholder of a shopping center. As we know that as local governments, we're looking for other ways of generating income. So we're stepping into business, and we're encouraging any private partner that would like to partner with us to come through, and let's build the city of Manzini. So this is a strategic initiative. We want to promote and activate tourism for the private sector and local citizens. And we're seeing in our near future having cycle lanes and other modes forward to implementing it. Through developing it, we didn't do it alone. We went to the communities, and we had about 5 consultations that were held at our different wards, and all in all, we had 886 stakeholders who attended and were part of developing putting inputs that were part of developing our 2024-2030 IDP. So thank you for attending. With regards to human capital and business support services, we had training and development of municipal employees, term trainings and short-term trainings. And if we have a saying that if you don't develop, you die. So we want to ensure that no one dies, so everyone has to be learning something continuously, even if it's not at school. As part of our, we have a performance management development system, and it's to ensure high level organization performance for our employees. So every single year we have a cycle whereby everyone has an annual operation plan, has a business plan that they report, and there is a performance assessment takes place twice a year in the municipality, midterm and at the end of the term. With regards to this year, we had 98% of our employees were enrolled, and they went through the performance. I should say that percent because there are other circumstances that happened, and you find that a person cannot be assessed. Maybe they are sick, many reasons. In terms of employee relationship building, we are trying very hard to harmonize our industrial climate through implementing different initiatives and ensuring that we work with our partners, our unions, our staff associations. We are in synergy. We also have a very active wellness day. We have a wellness strategy. We also have an inter-municipal games initiative whereby 150 employees were able to play with other municipalities in Eswatini and also partake in Botswana, whereby there were games whereby they were able to partake in. Recruit the year with staff complement of 215 employees, and we recruited 8 vacancies, which were informed by a skills gap analysis. We separations, those that left the municipality, we had 3 employees, of which 2 of them separated due to retirement, and only 1 left through resignation. We have occupational health and safety as well. We have a thriving OHS section that ensures that we continue to work and ensure that our workplace is not hazardous and there are no injuries. We had quite a number of OHS sensitizations in the year, and we also had quite a number of fire drills to ensure that if anything happens, we know what to do. We have quality management system as a municipality. We are proud to say we are ISO 9001-2015 compliant. We are certified, and the objectives of being certified, ISO certified, is to support the organization in improving its efficiencies and effectiveness. So for everything that we do, we have processes, we have standards that are global. We do have QMS audits that took place. We had 2, and 1 external surveillance, and TUV from South Africa always comes through to assess us, to audit us, and it is a very tense time of the year for us as a municipality, because we have to make sure that we do not lose our certification, because it would position us globally in another way. So with regards to legal safety and security services, I should say that we do have legal services in the year, and as a municipality we have various legal matters that were involved that involve the municipality and our stakeholders. We have Eclipse Environment Solutions versus the municipality. The matter emanated from contractual disagreements for waste management services from the 2 parties. the parties came to agreement to resolve the matter out of court. Then we have Richard Mamba versus the municipality. This matter emanates from a dispute by the former employee who claims to claim compensation for unfair dismissal, having had his employment contract not removed. The matter is still awaiting allocation for trial date. We have Endma Investment versus the municipality. The matter emanates from a subdivision claim instituted by the complainant against the municipality. The matter was heard in court and the judgment was issued in favor of council. We had Trevor Shabalala versus the municipality. The matter emanated from a claim by the applicant citing council encroachment into the Shabalala farm. The municipality defended the claim and the matter is still awaiting pre-trial stage. We have a council secretariat that ensures that in this period, council is run legally according to our laws and professionally. So we had in the year a total of 16 council meetings which were convened, whereby 8 of them were statutory, whilst 8 were special council meetings. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much. As part of a municipality, especially an African city, we are inundated by illegal trading because we know in every African economy, informal sector is what is more dominant for our people. National Youth Day in municipality, where we had about 230 youth and stakeholders come through. It was quite exciting. And we want to grow that youth sector of the city. We also have a disaster management section, and we have partnered with NDMA, and we looked at residential disaster risk assessment, and we have committees that work on it. It's in a laboratory. If you do not know, please use it. A laboratory yethu iwine i-award SADC as being one of the best. So what it does, kuba ne laboratory testing, kuba ne routine monitoring of umzimnene nemgubudla river to ensure ukuthi bantu labanatha emfuleni banatha emandla kahle. If there would be an issue, we would make then a public outcry. See, go check water quality, go check food contamination. Now figure restaurant you can also bring it to the municipality for testing. Food premises grading. As you walk into premises in Yabakanza, about A, B, C, D. The city business inspection is ongoing. Good establishment latholakale anegudla lokukondemiwe. A total of 4,020 food products were seized by a health inspection for different reasons. Kube nema environmental training workshops sesiyabafundzisa ke ukuthi manje clean-up campaigns were held, waste segregation at source were held, clean-up campaigns, thank you for being part. And as in Kubega, gune healthcare risk management that is also going on in the department. We also have skip bin services. Gulomnyaga sitete 1,466 skips. So we'd like to know, abune bulk yetibi. Always know that we have Lama services. We also control overgrowth, vegetation, and illegal dumping. What?
that we have attended to in terms of the investment financially. Angathi noma ngibale kahle, but it was around 100 million in just one financial year. Bengithi ndawushadandla nje ngithi hawu maye siyabonga bokunene. Issues of the autism center, issues of the awards that you are receiving, the SADA quality awards, and many other achievements. The CEO stated during her presentation, at some point she's king. ICMA, for the benefit of all, it's an organization, a global organization that is based in the US for local government professionals in terms of good governance and good leadership, promoting the quality of life of citizens, training, resources, and many, many, many other things. So our CEO, we are very lucky and we really, really are proud of her. She is representing us in that global space. Another round of applause for our sitting down. Thank you very much. Without a waste of time, I request the Director of Finance to come forward and present the external financial report, audit report for the financial year 2023-2024. A round of applause as she takes the podium. She did promise that her speech will be very short. We've allocated her 20 minutes, but she has assured me that she's going to wrap it up in about 10 minutes. Another round of applause to the director.
Good morning. Your Worship, the Mayor, CEO and management, our esteemed stakeholders, and all protocols observed. Today I'll be presenting the financial statements of the Municipal Council of Manzini as at 2023-2024. Our presentation will consist of an overview. Then we will go to the statement of revenue funds, statement of financial position, and lastly, the various payment platforms that we have within the Municipal Council of Manzini. On our overview, I would like to state that the financial statements as at 31 March 2024 were audited by our external audit. They were the very same audit firm that audited the municipality in the that is 2022-2023. Our auditors expressed a clean audit opinion, meaning our financial statements were not qualified. In a nutshell, it means that our funds that were collected were appropriately used by the Municipal Council of Manzini. Still on the overview, what I would like to express now is the fact that it was a very, very challenging year. Our cash flows were not sufficient to meet the needs of council as well as the city at large. Sikwelekile lesingakusho, but itidingeko tamanzini tiyanza kakhulu. So basically that's the one main challenge we have as the municipality. However, logo akabambi kutsisi financial statements abe prepared on a going consent basis. What does that mean? It means that the municipality will continue operating for the next coming years. We will continue as the Municipal Council of Manzini to offer services operate for the next coming years according to the audit reports that we had. May I continue to our statement of revenue funds, which we also call the statement of comprehensive income and expenditures. With our statement of our revenue funds, what I would like to state is the fact that our revenue increased in the current financial year at a percentage of 8.32%. There was a positive movement from 89.1 million to 96.5 million. However, we had our operating expenditures. They increased more significantly than the revenue increase. They increased at 15.66%, a movement from 85.3 million in the previous year, then an increase to 98.7 million in the year that was being audited, that is the 2023-2024 financial year. This led to a deficit of 7.7 million in the current financial year. But I would be giving details of the revenue and expenditures in the next slides. Starting with the revenue, what caused the increase in revenue? In the audit period, there was a supplementary valuation role that occurred. The supplementary valuation role enabled billing of more properties. That is, properties that were not built before we started billing those properties. Properties that were consolidated, we were able to identify those. Those that were developed, we were able to identify those through the supplementary valuation. This led to 4.4 million. Next, another contributing factor was a 6% increase in rates. Our rates, that is the tariff, it increased by 6% in the period of 2023-2024, which resulted in an increase in our revenue. Next, we have contributed in our revenue increase. As the municipality, there are various other services that we offer within the city of Manzini. I would say this is our other sources of income that we have. We are trying not to fully rely on rates, because by fully relying on rates, it means we constantly need to increase the tariff. So some of those are revenue streams that made a positive contribution into the user fees was market fees, impound fees, insurance claims, and lastly we had Mkosi Township. Within Mkosi Township, the municipality is continuing, we are continuously selling these plots. It's at a slow pace, but we are still being supported on those plots. Next, we have grants and subventions. This is my other revenue line item. With grants and subventions, what we had done, we had budgeted for subventions as the municipality. We had committed expenditures or expenses in this subvention. Unfortunately, we couldn't receive this amount of money from government, which is another contributing factor in us having a deficit in the current financial year. We had to continue with the expenditures that were committed to this subvention. Next, we have our operating expenses. I mentioned earlier that our expenditures increased significantly in the audit period. One of the factors was bad debts. The number of people who are owing the municipality are still increasing, and the number of years in which they are owing the municipality is increasing. So this negatively affects our financial statements. Next, we have the councillors' fees. With councillors, for most part of the 2023-2024 financial year, we had a full council. By full council, we had 12 members of the council, which were being paid allowances. However, in the previous financial year, that is the 2022-2023, for most part of it, we had an interim council. An interim council consists of only 2 members. Expenses, we had employee benefits, which also contributed in our expenditures. There was a cost of living adjustment of 3%, which led to an increase in remunerations or employee-related costs of 1.3 million. To add on that, we also needed to employ casual employees in the financial year. Our roads needed maintenance. Our roads are old. Our roads, the infrastructure was affected by high levels of rains. So we had to employ casual employees to assist as we offer the services of maintaining roads within the Municipal Council of Manzini. Next, we have establishment costs, which are all other operational costs. but here I've made an example of a few significant ones which contributed to our operating expenses. One of them is electricity costs. Your electricity is really increasing. It's electricity is expensive for the municipality. Yeah, lidolobha funeka likhanye, funeka likhanye lasidolobha. So the electricity costs are high, and our CEO has mentioned that we are moving into installing solars. All of increased, so it further increased the related cost. Then we had another cost that related to maintenance of roads. We were aggressive on maintaining the roads, hence the increase in costs related to maintenance of roads. Then we had also corporate which we needed to purchase for our employees. They need to be representable as they offer services to the community of Manzini. Allow me to go into the statement of financial position, which we also call a balance sheet. Statement of financial position, this is where we illustrate assets and liabilities of the municipality. A significant movement was within the property, plant and equipment, which increased at 11.73%. That is from 327 million to 365 million. I'll make an example. The fact that we are continuously constructing roads, this contributes to the property, plant and equipment. The road is an asset to the Municipal Council of Manzini. What I'd also like to mention amongst our assets is the trade and other receivables, which increased by 24.57%. Trade and receivables, it's money that it's payers. So hence the increase in bad debts. Increase in bad debts also has a positive influence in our trade and other receivables. We will be collecting aggressively rate payers. We need to finish off this 67.2 million that is being illustrated here. Next, may I move to our liabilities? What I would like to highlight here is our borrowings. Our borrowings had to increase by over 100%. We needed to obtain funding for offering the services, especially capital-related projects. Then I would like to highlight the trade and other payables, which increased by 33.3% from 30 million to 40 million. Now, may I give details on what caused the movements in our balance sheet, starting off with the property, plant and equipment. The significant increase was caused by additions of about 39.6 million related to rehabilitation of roads, such as the Bosco Bridge. We can see our bridge is really contributing positively in movement of traffic within Manzini. We have Menchis Street, Stanley Street, and other roads that were constructed, which led to so much expenditure. We also had to purchase office furniture. We had to refurbish the Jubilee Park statue. We had to work on the Abato, the market, Lamvela Health Center, of which from this we spent about 2.6 million. Next, we have the rates and other receivable. The increase was mainly a result of an increase of 8.3 million in government debtors, as well as an increase of 2.6 million and 2.1 million in business and individual debtors. This is what is being owed to the municipality as at 31 March 2024. We need to collect this amount of money so that we continue offering services. Next, we have borrowings. With borrowings, we had to draw down an amount of 10 million from ENPF. We had an existing loan facility which was approved. It was just being drawn down in installments. So we had to draw down the installment of 10 million from ENPF. Then from that, we had to apply or acquisition an additional loan of 30 million from ENPF to enable us to pay our creditors, most of them those that are responsible for the construction of roads. Then on our trade and other payables, these are the creditors that we were paying, which is A.G. Thomas, Stefanuti Stocks, Inyati Construction for the rehabilitation of roads. The loans were used to pay these creditors. Then next we have employee-related liabilities. We had owings related to severance pay. We were able to pay about 1.7 million in the current audit period. This is my last slide, which has the various payment platforms that we have within the municipality. What I would like to mention is the fact that we have tried our best to open accounts with all the banks that we have within the country. They are very helpful. If you are not able to pay in a lump sum, that is your rates, you are offered the option of using a step order or banks. We have arrangements or good relationships with the banks. An EFT payment, you can make payments with your EFT. We have mobile money. MTN has been helpful to us. We have direct deposit. Then we have cash payment. Cash payment, it's a bit old-fashioned, but we are still accepting cash. You can visit our offices for cash payments. You will also get advice when you visit us. Then in our offices, we also have speed points where you can swipe when you visit us, that is if you don't have cash at hand. Then lastly, we have the USSD code. This is one of our innovations where you can make payments from the comfort of your home. We are still working on this USSD code. We are still working towards making it an application at some point in time, of which we are hoping it will be done by the end of this financial year. This marks the end of my
Thank you very much, Director of Finance, for that presentation. Before we break briefly for breakfast, I would like to welcome and appreciate the stakeholders who have just joined us, amongst them being the Deputy Mayor of the City of Manzini, Councillor Wesley Dlamini, who's also Councillor for Ward 6 in our city. May I also welcome and appreciate Councillor for Ward 5 in our city, Councillor Sandile Nyaweni. May I also welcome Councillor for Ward 4. Ward 6, that's Woodmasters and the entire area around Late Motors. And Ward 5, that's Kunyana, Muray Camp, and Ndunja Township. We have also been joined by Councillor for Ward 4. The name of the councillor is Honorable Councillor Olani Masugu. Ward 4 comprises Ngwane Park Township, Ngwane Park Extension, Sihlahleni, Ndumbu Township, Dikangweni. It's quite a huge ward. And last but not least, I would like to recognize the presence of Councillor for Ward 8 in our city, that being Councillor Wandile Mazibubo. By Ward 8, we are referring to Madonsa, Thomasdale, and Extension 6. Madonsa, Thomasdale, Extension 6, and Mangwaneni informal settlements. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long day. Would like to really appreciate you for your attention during the last two not very long presentations. At this moment, I would like to invite you to breakfast. Breakfast is served in that room. I would like to request that you please help yourself to breakfast. And may I request that we reconvene in 15 minutes. I hope I'm being realistic, but may I request that we reconvene in 15 minutes so that we wind up the remainder of our program for this meeting. This is the time for you to engage with the stakeholder next to you, find out who they are, where they come from, what they do, and tap into the opportunities that might arise out of those conversations. Your Worship, I would like to request that your table leads the stakeholders as we move out for our breakfast. 15 minutes, valued stakeholders, just 15 minutes. May we reconvene so that we are out of here in time. Thank you very much.
Leading the biggest city in the country is an honorable responsibility. It requires credible leadership in its demand, and therefore we do need to be visionary and also to be innovative and have an inclusive form of leadership in order for us to deliver the services that are required by our stakeholders. And furthermore, we want to make sure that our city becomes a city of choice for investors to come in. Thus, we do take to the great call to His Majesty the King, where he requires us to achieve a first world status as a nation. Therefore, the city of Manzini, as an economic hub, is the true engine of responsibility that I have as a mayor of the great city.
First of all, I'm a Manzini original. I was born here at Two Sticks next to Zakele. Grew up here, went to Salesian High School, and I still live here. So I'm born and bred in Manzini. Secondly, I think as a city, especially the municipality, the leadership has a lot of vision and dynamism. You are always finding new things being made, new things being planned. So in a way, as an investor, you feel like you are in good hands. You've got people who have got good plans for the future of the city. I like, even from a residential viewpoint that I live here, I like the conscientiousness in the staff of the city, be it the planning department, the hygiene department. If you have a complaint, they are very responsive and they are very concerned, and they will follow up even afterwards. For example, if there's a neighbor making noise, they come here and they sort the problem out, and the next day they call you to say, is everything okay, Mr. Lam? So those things are quite good, and they make one to want to make this place a home and to invest resources of our company in this city.
Ngolakhi ngokamthunzi sibongo. Ngisebenzela la phakathi emakethe kaManzini. Hawu ngaqoqela mina ethu ngisebenza ngento lephathelene nelithayela mina ethu. Ngefika la kaManzini emakethe nga98. Solo ngisebenzana nalento lekuthiwa lithayela. Ngakha konke lokuphathelene nelithayela. Ngishimela wetitofu, dipeyiti tokupeyita, mafidasi etinkukhu okufida tinkukhu, ma-toolbox, konke nje okuphathelene nelithayela, dingqongwane, konke okuphathelene nelithayela mina ethu ngisebenza ngako la phakathi emakethe mina ethu. Kuyathengwa mina lethu. Lokuthengwa kwakhona kuya ngemasizini. Yabona nje nabe sesikhathi sokuvuna lokwemathanga, yabo emathanga embili. Ayathengwa ke mina ethu lapho kuba isikhathi ukuthi athengwe ngilapho khona ngikhona khona ukuthi ngisime. Nalo kwethi ipeyiti ke vele nako kuyahamba hamba ke mina ethu kube nalesikhathi lapho khona kuhle kumayima nje kuthulisa bhuti. Ngenja nje ngeke ngisengikhulume manga mina ethu ukuthi ngiyalamba nebantwana cha. Siyakhona kuphila ekhaya mina. Kuhle kokuba lana mina kethu sengisebentile lana bhuti. Into letiningi senginato ekhaya. Ngalo msebenzi wami la ejardini lamasipala. Ngibekise nje mina ethu inkomo yami yokuqala ngayithenga ngemali yala phakathi emakethe mina ethu. Ngasebenza lapha emakethe ngisebenza wona la mathayela. Ngathenga inkomo yami yokuqala yangidalela le ngobo mna yethu nyalo nginetinkomo leting-80 ngenkomo lengayithenga la ngila phakathi ejardini lamaspara mna emakethe ngisebenta wona lamathayela mna yethu lokunye bhuti ngusebentile la ngisebentile mna yethu ngawafaka emandla kwaba khona nalokunye lokutholako nokuhamba senginako ngakuthola khona ngilaphakathi emakethe ngihamba ngetinyawo leting-4 nje mna yethu.
Sile Mathembula ngisebenzela la Manzini emakethe sesithi isikhathi ngile Manzini emakethe I think ngafika 1997 mangijala kwenda umsebenzi wetandla kunengi kakhulu engikwendako bacebesha imvunulo yonke nje lephelele ngiyayenza migaco tindla anything nesebenzisa ema-beats I can do. I can design different things ngama-beats. Benefitile kakhulu ngikhonile nje khulisa abantu abami bafunda esikole abandla. Ngiyaphila vele, ngiyaphila kakhulu. Kwakha unikhani vuthile. Kuyathengwa it's like le mvunulo it's seasonal kuyadependa ufuna wathi ukuthi the season yini le ngihambelako the season yini leto ngihambela njenganyalo nje isikhathi semhlanga funa sifake kakhulu letimvo temhlanga sikhicite tindlamu imigaco macebesha amafahlawani sibe nako yonke imvunulo yetinfombi.
Our city's aspiration as towards economic development perspective as we are greatly inspired by the call of His Majesty to grow our economy, and therefore our policy inspires and encourages and sets up an enable environment for business to participate in that space. And we also have a support mechanism for our SMEs to participate, that they grow even to a space where they will compete regionally and globally in services and goods that are actually provided by our business environment in this place, in this regard. We are also targeting that we be an enable environment even for other foreign investors to come and invest in our local economy, so that we have a robust growing economy as Manzini City.
At Fairview, we are at completion stage of a multi-million shopping center, which will be, which is about 5,000 gross lettable area. It will be anchored by ShopRite. It's a private-public partnership between private sector, which is ourselves, and the Inyatsi, and public sector, which is municipality. Managing this project from its inception, engaging with the municipality. First of all, you are quite encouraged by the visionary, out-of-the-box thinking of the leadership of the city. Not many towns are making serious strides towards diversifying their income base away from rates collections, but this city has made serious, tangible strides towards that, and this project will be one of those initiatives. So first of all, being part of something new and novel was very interesting to us. And the leadership from the CEO herself, her executive, all the directors, they are very, very helpful and responsive. A little bit too thorough at times, I must say. The inspection department stops us every so often because they want to inspect this and they want to. And sometimes it's a frustration, but they're doing their job. And they are adhering to quality standards. But sometimes, to me as a developer, that's a little bit of a headache. But it's a good headache because it's someone is doing their work. So yes, we found it very pleasant to work with the city on the PPP project we're doing in Fairview.
Ukhona la yasibite kuko masipala uyasibite nje siyikomiti emakethe isa athi la sifundisa khona khane uthi usibitele emabhange usibitelelo kwanalokwa asifundise ukuthi ibhizinisi nawo iranisha wenta kanje wente kanje ube namabhuku ayo konke lokho asibite emaspara bese uthi kasambe sotshela sive lesihlala naso phakathi emarket yale bhizinisi yami nemabhuku akhona mina ethu ngoma lokukhulu kakhulu uyasigcizelela emaspara ukuthi funa sibe nema license